Guess what? The U.S. government has just decided to implement sanctions against a government official based on a section of the State Department law that says that foreign officials involved in corruption or violation of human rights are not eligible to enter the United States. But don't get too excited. They didn't sanction Netanyahu, who is accused of corruption in 3 separate Israeli courts and is wanted for war crimes by the International Criminal Court. No, he was just wined and dined in the White House. Instead, they sanctioned Cuban President Miguel Díaz-Canel. Let's be clear, this isn't about corruption. Díaz-Canel is known for his simple, modest lifestyle, and it isn't about human rights. If it were, the U.S. would be sanctioning Netanyahu, Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, General Sisi in Egypt, and dozens more. This is about Secretary Rubio's vendetta against Cuba, a country that he has never stepped foot in. It's about Florida politics. It's about punishing Cuba for refusing to become a U.S. client state. Cuba has faced crippling sanctions by the U.S. for over 60 years, causing shortages of food and medicine and basic goods, making life so hard for Cubans that thousands feel forced to come to the United States where they are no longer welcomed. In fact, while the U.S. is sanctioning the Cuban president for supposed human rights violations, the Trump administration is carrying out massive abuses against immigrants, including Cubans. It is ripping families apart through ICE raids, jailing migrants in squalid detention centers, sending asylum seekers to Salvadoran prisons notorious for abuse, including torture. Sanctioning Díaz-Canel is not a human rights policy. It's just old Cold War bullying. It's time to stop the hypocrisy. If the U.S. really cared about the Cuban people, it would lift the blockade and start the diplomacy. Cuba sí, sanctions no.